Hello everyone, my name is Reijiro. Today I will show you how I beaten the first game in one of the most iconic franchises in the world, Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Okay, so while probably everyone already knows this game, yet I will still explain for the 2.5 people who are hearing about Fnaf for the first time. Five Nights at Freddy's is a 2014 horror game developed and published by Scott Cawthon. We play as a night security guard at a family pizzeria. The guard must complete his shift while avoiding animatronics that wander the restaurant at night. The player has access to security cameras and steel doors. The doors are used to defend against the animatronics. Using the cameras and doors consumes electricity, and draining all the power activates Freddy's killing time. If the player fails to keep animatronics out of the office, they will be killed, ending the game. Scott conceived the idea for Five Nights at Freddy's based on criticism of his previous game, Cheaper and Sons. Reviewers complained about its unintentionally frightening characters, which inspired Scott to create horror game we know today. Okay, now that we finished with the boring part, let's move into the main nights. The first night is basically a tutorial, made to help players get familiar with the office and the controls. During the whole night, I tried to imitate 420 strategy to make the things easier later. In night 2, I got attacked twice by Bonnie. In night 3, nothing happened. And in night 4, I actually lost one because of power loss. In night 5, nothing interesting happened. Let's be honest, except for the 420 mode, the first Five Nights at Freddy's is really easy. Most of the original games are, except for their max modes, are pretty easy if you know what you're doing. The game's never intended as a challenge at all. It's, as I said, a horror game. While the community loved it for the horror, I, as also fan, generally enjoy more the challenge part in the games, Fnaf included. So let's skip the boring nights and move into the more interesting one. Okay, for us to move into more interesting part, we need a bit more general knowledge about the game. I will try to be quick. In Five Nights at Freddy's 1, the animatronic work on movement intervals. Each animatronic has an AI level from 0 to 20. Every time an interval runs, the game rolls a number between 1 and 20. Then it compares the number to the animatronic's AI level. If the number is equal to or lower than the AI level, the animatronic gets a successful movement opportunity and moves. If not, nothing happens. In 420 mode, the equation is always true, so the animatronics always move after their interval. While to prevent Bonnie and Chica from killing you, the only possible solution was to just close the doors. For Foxy and Freddy is different. You can stall them. For Freddy, if you watch him on the cameras, he will always fail his movement opportunity. For Foxy, every time you pull up the cameras, he will fail his movement, as long as the cameras are up. After you lower the cameras, he will still fail his movements for 0.83 seconds and up to 17.48 seconds, depending on your luck. Also, no one except for Foxy can kill you while the cameras are pulled down. Our strategy is to use the 4B camera as much as possible to stall Freddy and make Foxy fail as many moves as possible, while checking the left and right doors to keep Bonnie and Chica in check. When Chica is at the door, it's good time to check Foxy's stage and act accordingly. If Chica hasn't attacked for a long time, it's better to check Bonnie first, then close the right door and check Foxy. The whole strat looks something like this. Finally, something that actually took me more than 2 attempts. As a matter of fact, it took me 10 attempts and 2 successful runs to truly beat it. Just because the first time I forgot to record the audio. In first 6 rounds, before my first successful one, main cause of death was speed. I moved too slow and because of this, Bonnie and Chica jumped my doors often. But after the first success, Foxy became the main problem. Both failed attempts toward the final result were from Foxy killing me. On one of those runs, Foxy attacked me twice in first 2 hours of the game, showing how unlucky it was. Mainly it was a skill issue. Finally, let me show you how I beaten 420 more.
Can't blame the people for trying. Just let me fall to my grave. Just let me fall to my grave. To kill it. Just let me fall to my Just let me fall to my grave. Heart fails under pressure. Wonder if these bad days will last forever. So pessimistic from the past, all the good things that never
Back in 2014, when Fnaf first came out, the game felt much harder, because it wasn't well researched yet. Playing it 12 years later is still fun, but doesn't really provide much of a challenge anymore. This game wasn't supposed to be a challenge, so it's not a big deal. Yet the scary part also is not so scary after that many years. And I hope that Fnaf 2 will give me much harder challenge.